So I've been testing this Edifier M90 and this speaker honestly caught me off guard. On paper, it sounds like one of those products trying to do everything at once. It's got HDMI eARC, LDAC Bluetooth, USB-C, app control, custom EQ, subwoofer output. Usually when a speaker tries to tick every single box, sometimes something ends up feeling half-baked. But after a few days of actually living with the M90 on my desk, gaming with it, watching YouTube videos, switching between my phone and laptop, I started realizing this thing genuinely makes a lot of sense. It's not the flashiest speaker I've reviewed, and it's definitely not trying to become some ultra analytical studio monitor, but as an everyday desktop speaker system, this might genuinely be one of the easiest speakers to live with right now, because everything feels thoughtfully integrated into daily use instead of just existing just for marketing purposes. So let's check it out. So the first thing you notice with the M90 is the size is surprising me a little bit, because photos online make it look smaller, but in person it has a reassuring amount of weight and presence to it. Still compact enough for most desk setups, but it doesn't feel toy-like or overly lightweight. The moment you pick it up, you can tell Edifier wanted this to feel more premium than your average desktop speakers. I actually like the design quite a bit as well. The matte finish looks clean, the cabinet lines are simple, and thankfully there's no aggressive gamer styling or RGB lighting here. It feels mature, and the one that I have is the white version, sitting beside my monitor, and for a few days, and honestly it blended into my setup so naturally. It's one of those products that doesn't constantly demand your attention visually, which is exactly what I think desktop speakers should do. The cabinet itself also feels solid for the price. When you knock on it, there's density to it and gives confidence the enclosure was properly built. That probably contributes to why the speaker sounds so controlled later on as well. And my only real complaint here is the physical controls. The power button and volume knob are placed at the back of the active speaker, and after a while that becomes mildly annoying. And I eventually stopped touching the controls completely and just relied on the included remote instead. Thankfully, the remote itself is actually very good. It responds quickly, works reliably without direct line of sight, and honestly becomes essential once you start using the M90 daily. Still, front-mounted controls would have made the overall experience feel slightly more polished. This is honestly where the M90 starts becoming really difficult to critique, because the connectivity on this device is kind of ridiculous for the size and the price. You get HDMI eARC, optical, USB-C, aux, Bluetooth 6 with LDAC, plus a dedicated subwoofer output. That's the kind of connectivity setup I'd normally expect from something much more expensive. The HDMI eARC support genuinely changes how you use this speaker as well. And you can connect it to your TV directly to experience it basically behave like a compact stereo soundbar setup. Volume control also works directly through the TV remote, and the whole experience felt very seamless. That flexibility is what I appreciated most about the M90, and one moment is sitting on your desk connected to a PC, and the next moment is beside your TV handling Netflix and movies. Then later you're casually streaming music from your phone over Bluetooth. And speaking of Bluetooth, performance here is excellent. LDAC support makes wireless audio sound noticeably cleaner and fuller compared to standard Bluetooth codecs, especially if you're using an Android phone. And honestly, I never felt like I urgently need to switch back to wired mode because the quality remains surprisingly good. The sound signature of the M90 is probably best described as warm neutral. It's not super clinical, it's not aggressively V-shaped, and thankfully it's not trying too hard to impress you with exaggerated bass or piercing treble as well. Instead, it sounds balanced in a way that makes long listening sessions really enjoyable. Starting with the bass, I was honestly impressed by how much low-end presence these compact speakers can produce. You're obviously not getting gigantic subwoofer style rumble because physics still exists, and these are still compact 4-inch drivers, but the M90 has far more bass authority than I expected from this cabinet size. The sub-bass extension is decent into the lower frequencies, but the real strength here is the mid-bass performance. Kick drums have satisfying punch, bass guitars sound thick and textured, and electronic tracks carry proper weight without becoming bloated or muddy. What I appreciated most is that the bass feels controlled. A lot of desktop speakers at this price point try to fake bass by boosting everything aggressively. It sounds impressive for the first 5 minutes before turning into like a muddy mess afterwards. The M90 avoids that trap quite well. Instead, it delivers a full presentation while still keeping the rest of the mix clean and balanced. I also noticed the cabinet remains surprisingly composed at higher volumes. There's no weird rattling, no hollow resonance, and no sense that the drivers are struggling excessively. For the size, the bass performance here is genuinely impressive. Vocals are another strong point. Male vocals sound warm and full-bodied, while female vocals remain smooth without becoming shouty or overly sharp. There's a naturalness to voices that made podcasts, acoustic tracks and movie dialogue really enjoyable through these speakers. On cheaper speakers, you might sometimes hear the woofer and tweeter behaving separately, almost like they don't belong together, but here the presentation feels unified and smooth. Treble performance is handled very nice as well. The silk dome tweeters give the highs a softer and more refined character compared to harsher metallic sounding tweeters found on some budget speakers. Cymbals still retain detail and sparkle, strings sound airy, and there's enough upper end clarity to keep the speaker sounding open. But importantly, the M90 avoids becoming fatiguing even during longer listening sessions. That matters a lot more to me these days than artificially boosted sharpness pretending to be detailed. Imaging and soundstage is also good. For near-field listening, the stereo separation feels wide and immersive. Sounds extend beyond the physical boundaries of the speaker, more than I expected, but it's still not like insanely wide. Vocals stay centered properly and instrument placement is easy to identify. Gaming especially benefits from this because directional sound feels very easy to track. It's not studio monitor precise, but honestly I don't think that was ever the goal. The M90 is clearly tuned to prioritize enjoyment first, and I think Edifier made the correct decision here.
I can feel you everywhere, like a shadow, like a fever, looking for a getaway, no escape, I'm going deeper. I can't fight my way out, I can't fix my broken heart. If you could only let me go, I love turned into a ball. I decide I ain't coming back. If I win or lose, I don't even mind. I don't mind. Set me free, let me follow the love. Trapped inside, I give up anymore. Let me breathe. Oh, lost before, I'll be back alone. Let me go. Set me free, let me follow the love. Trapped inside, I give up anymore. Let me breathe. Oh, lost before, I'll be back alone. Let me go.
Volume performance here is more than enough for most people. At this distance, I rarely had to push this very hard because they get loud surprisingly easily. Even at higher listening volumes, the sound remains controlled and balanced instead of completely falling apart. The bass stays relatively tight, vocals remain clean, and the treble doesn't suddenly become harsh or piercing. You can tell the DSP is working behind the scenes to keep the drivers behaving properly as the volume increases. Now obviously if you're expecting gigantic party speakers or room shaking levels, then this isn't that kind of product for you. But for desktop listening, gaming, movies, watching YouTube, and small room TV usage, I think this volume capability is more than sufficient. Usually when companies mention companion apps for speakers, I immediately lower my expectation because most of them end up being clunky or barely useful because there's just 2 or 3 features in it. Surprisingly, the Edifier app actually works pretty well. You can switch inputs, manage Bluetooth devices, update firmware, and most importantly, access the 9-band EQ. I actually ended up using the EQ more than I expected because while the default tuning already sounds good, having the ability to slightly tweak the sound depending on desk placement or room acoustic genuinely helps. I also really like that the EQ presets can be switched directly using the remote. That sounds like a small feature, but during real daily use, it becomes incredibly convenient. Little details like that makes the M90 feel thoughtfully designed instead of simply overloaded with features for marketing purposes. And after using the Edifier M90 for a while now, I think what impressed me most is how easy this speaker it is to recommend because it doesn't just focus on one thing. It's not the absolute best sounding speaker I've ever heard, it's not the most analytical, and it's definitely not the bass king here, but the overall package feels extremely well balanced. The connectivity is excellent, the HDMI eARC genuinely adds a lot of value, Bluetooth LDAC sounds great, the app is actually useful, and the sound quality lands in a really satisfying middle ground between musical, clean, and easy to listen to. Of course, there are still some annoyances. Rear mounted controls aren't ideal, the auto wake behavior could be more consistent, and Sirius bass head will probably still want to have a dedicated subwoofer with it. But honestly, as an all-round desktop speaker system, the M90 feels incredibly complete. So if you enjoyed this video, do subscribe to the channel and like this video. And if you want more videos like that, check out these videos up here.